Season 34 is here. Let's begin. Welcome back to another episode, guys. We've got so much to talk about today. This week, we're getting Season 34 Essence 1, which of course means we're getting the new season, Season 34. That is bringing along the S tier for Embalmer called Greenhouse, the A tier for the Shadow called Organic Phosphorus, and the A tier for Fire Investigator called Puffing. They're all kind of plant or farm or garden based skins as far as I can tell. We can also expect B tier skins for Barmaid, Professor, and some other characters. We don't really know which other ones those are. And of course, there are a ton of portraits revealed if you're going to spend money to be able to unlock them if you open up enough essences. With the new season, we're also getting Season 34 rank rewards. The S tier is for Feaster and it's called All-Seeing Eye. It has some interesting effects, including eye effects each time he generates a tentacle. So like purple eyes will appear behind him. He gets an extra effect when there are 5 tentacles, like a ton of eyes appear. Pinkish purpley effects when he summons or crashes a tentacle. And also a special tentacle carrying animation that I have some mixed thoughts on. I can imagine you understand why. Give me a wink in the comments down below if you know exactly what I'm talking about. There's also the Patient A tier accessory called Waking Dream that has some light blue effects when using his hooks and landing. Kind of subtle. It always feels like Patient's accessories are a little too subtle, but yeah, anyway. And Psychologist is getting an A tier accessory called Dreamer's Rest that has blue feather effects swirling around her whenever she uses her whistle, and also it has the same similar type of effects whenever she's healing a player or also calling a player as well. That's not all we're getting for Season 34 because of course we've also got the Logic Path to talk about. The new Logic Path is going to bring along more clues during the Logic Path. All of those empty slots now should be filled with clues, meaning you'll be able to get those characters a little bit sooner if you want to purchase any. This season brings Postman's A tier skin that we don't really know what it's called exactly. They've only given us the Chinese name, and it's a dark jester themed skin. And there's a B tier accessory that is like a gaslit lamp in the shape of a vase with a face on it and a portrait and portrait frame, of course. Another thing that we're getting this week is we're getting the Autumn Harvest event. This is going to bring a ton of different rewards. I'm going to quickly go over everything that I'm aware of that we're getting. We're going to be getting some login rewards, including a dynamic portrait of your choice, room music, and also a multitude of different currencies that you'll be able to use, of course, in the stores and stuff like that. If you participate in the event, you'll be able to receive the A tier Fire Investigator accessory called Well Done. That has some kind of orange effects whenever he summons his ball thing around it, whenever you want to push off of it. And when he deflates the ball, it kind of creates fire effects. Kind of cool. There's an A tier Survivor dish called Blossoming Season. There's a B tier skin for little girl called Full Trip. A B tier hunter dish called Baked Alaska. Portrait frame, embalmer sticker, an emote for little girl called Watering, and an emote for violinist called Wine Tasting that is kind of themed around something we'll talk about a little bit later. And there's also an A tier tree that seems to be unlocked by participating in the event as well. I'm still not exactly sure how this is going to work. In the Spyglass store during this event, we'll be getting 2 more dishes. And in the store, you'll be able to get the returning content, including A tier Strings of the Sand and the A tier Deep Sea Dining Table that should have an updated theme for the new event, and also a new eat option, and the B tier furniture piece Maple Rug. During this event, there's going to be a public map that you'll be able to go visit and of course do mini challenges during that event and take photos with people. There will be things on this map including trains, slides, swings, dishes, and even more. And if that's not enough for you, well, of course we're getting more returning content, including Forward's S tier skin Locomotive, Aeroplanist's S tier skin Stellar Wings, the S tier skin for Clerk called Creator, the Nightmare S tier skin Abyss, and the Prospector S tier skin Orphan of Goetia. These are all skins that were available to purchase in the store. That's really cool to see that they're coming back again for all those players that want to get them. I'm unsure if any accessories are coming along with this as well. Sometimes they announce the skins but don't announce that there are accessories coming back as well, but it's actually quite possible that we might get some accessories for these characters returning as well. But don't quote me on that. As for some more new content that we're getting this week, we're getting Violinist's S tier package, including the Violinist S tier skin called Folk Musician, a fantastically beautiful skin. I'm purchasing that day 1, and the Violinist A tier accessory called Sideshow. This has some really cool effects, including gold and orange notes in the shape of wheat. That's the best way of me describing what it looks like, and almost electric-like gold string effects whenever he, of course, summons his strings or uses his infinite movement ability or infinite motion, whatever it's called. Some more skins that we're getting include the new Esports Series skin for Mercenary. We've got Mercenary's A tier skin called String Sound Distortion, at least that's the translation I believe, that will be for echoes or fragments in the store, or you can even purchase it in the Golden Apple store with golden apples. There'll be a Mercenary package as well that's not for the same skin. It will cost 2,228 echoes as far as we can tell, and it will include Mercenary's A tier skin OPH naib and also the S tier accessory Transposition. You can purchase these two separately if you don't want to purchase the package, but I believe they're going to be for echoes only. But I believe both the skin and the S tier accessory are for echoes only, but I'm not completely sure. I think that's just the case. But the first one you can purchase for fragments, so Mercenaries String Sound Distortion. You thought that was enough, but no, we're getting even more stuff because this week we're also getting Identity V's China Academy of Art crossover part 2. We'll be giving us some free rewards, including the B tier pet for survivors called Curator, that is like the cat with the scroll on its back. Also the Wuchang A tier skin called Blushing Scholars. You'll be able to get this for free by participating in the sharing events. I think you have to share to get this one. It's really cool. I'm still looking forward to seeing what it looks like in game because I have not seen any video on it yet, but I'm hoping it looks as cool as the art does. And some minor things we're getting this week. On the 24th of this month, we're getting First Officer's character day, and it's going to be his 5th character day, meaning he's getting a wall hanging portrait you'll be able to put in your room. On the 28th, we're getting Opera Singer's 1st character day, meaning she's going to be getting her first little reward that is a portrait. So that's quite nice. Let's talk about some future content. And we actually don't have too much to talk about here because on the day of this video's release, we'll be getting the answers for the Q&A that they do every month. I do not know the answers as this video was recorded the day before, but we'll be talking about that further next week. Maybe we'll get some more details about the Hullabaloo event, or maybe even about the new Survivor Night. And some more news that we have to talk about is Night's story trailer was just revealed. I just watched it not too long ago and also read the description for his story event, and I think I understand it. It was a translation. It seems to be that his story is basic. He is an imposter brother that took the place of a twin brother that disappeared, and then he appeared in this person's life. He seems to be a little weird and evil. He kind of craves violence and terrorizes his sister into hiding his evil behavior. He also wants to keep his new sister for himself and even uses violence to kind of keep her in line. It's a really creepy character and a little bit too dark in my opinion. I don't really know how I feel about this character, but you guys can tell me down below. I know that we've had some characters that do murders and stuff like that, but this one just feels a little bit too far. You see that video that's on the screen right there? You should probably click it because YouTube thinks that you'll like it. I'm also working on a video that should be coming out any day now. I've been working on it for a while. It's just too busy to be able to release it. But yeah, eventually it will come out.